Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, tech, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Celebrity
good morning,
superstar
good morning, good
host,
morning.
Reatha Gray. Reatha, how you doing this morning?
It's a wonderful day, and I'm great. How are you
ready,
morning, Jim?
Are you ready to rock and roll, Reatha? In your little cocoon over there, everybody's, well, Reatha, I'll tell you, the doors are opening up, though, and I think things are just getting ready to kind of get back to normal. What do you think? I don't know what normal is.
Well, I don't
anymore.
think we're going to be back to normal for a long time.
Probably
but it
not,
is going to be 80 degrees today, so it's a lovely day for outdoor dining. I may even take a little trip to the beach today. My sympathies are with those that are in Texas today, but I'm in California. What can I say?
Well, we got the birthday coming up, Reatha, Eric's birthday again. People are kind of excited about that. Text invite to 59925, see what's going on, and go to the Wall of Fame. And we're going to roll along here, Reatha. We got some hot topics coming up, so let's see what's going on in the world.
Go straight to hot topics.
There you go. And we'll do our drum roll for that. Little drum roll, Reatha. There he is.
Well,
there we go.
Ripped from the headlines, today's hot topic. Well, my hot topic this week is, again, our COVID watch. The COVID thing is crazy right now. The LA City can't get their vaccines, but the mega vaccination points are supposed to be back open tomorrow. You do need an appointment, so you do need to call and make sure you can get an appointment. Your doctors, the offices aren't having them yet, but the major places like Kaiser have their own setups where you can go, but you still need appointments. Now, people have been walking in, but they've been waiting for like 2-3 hours, so I'd advise anybody to get an appointment. I'd also advise you to talk to your doctor before you get the vaccination. They haven't been having many problems with it, but they are advising, like, people with lots of allergies to maybe wait, I don't know how long before they get the vaccination. But most doctors are advising that you get it. Most of my doctors are, at least, and especially in our age category. So check with your doctor. Check and make sure you get an appointment. Make sure your insurance is covering it, or you're getting it free. If anybody's charging you for it, they're not supposed to be charging you for the vaccine. And people have been tolerating it well. Like I said, we've had a problem with getting the vaccine, not because our weather is bad, but because the weather back east is preventing the transportation of the vaccine to the West Coast. So I don't know what they're doing in all that snow. Matter of fact, I have a friend, or I do know, I have a friend who went to get his second shot, matter of fact, just last week in New York City. So I guess it's like the mail, rain or shine, you can go get your vaccine if you've got an appointment. Just make sure that the vaccination center is open. And the numbers are down, according to the news, the numbers are down for the actual spread of the virus, so they're opening up more and more things, like Jim said. So maybe it is returning to normal. I know the Hollywood industry, we've been returning to normal. I worked on a TV show a couple of weeks ago. Auditions are rolling out because they're trying to crank out those things now that things are back open so you can watch new shows. I know I'm getting tired of something that only ran 3 or 4 weeks running reruns already. But, it is what it is. But it is getting better. That's my hot topic, Jim. What's yours?
Well, Reatha, everybody is anxious for Reatha Gray to get back to normal. And put
that
your
won't
mind at
happen.
ease. we're hoping. Okay. So a retired a retired veteran said his savings are gone when he opened up his electric bill, which is about $16,000.
Are you looking to accelerate your influence? EZWAY is a new site that allows you to promote yourself, business, brand, and your products as an influencer. You can share your ideas, receive comments, promote and brand yourself with the power of affiliation. Associate yourself and your brand with the power players of today to become leaders of tomorrow. Come and join the EZWAY Wall today. Sign up at wall.easywaybroadcasting.com or text EZWAY Wall to 55678. We are living in a digital age, and we think it's safe to say that all businesses are needing to transition from traditional brick and mortar to broadcast. Everything is really about data collection and building a community. EZWAY Broadcasting has created a social network/solution provider within the EZWAY network to help its members with this transition. Introducing the EZWAY Wall of Fame, a one-stop shop for business owners and influencers that help them to connect, grow, learn, and scale the easy way. Over the years, we have been building affiliates and partnerships in all genres. That means our platform utilizes all our members' businesses to provide services at a much lower cost, help sell their service and promote their awareness to more potential customers. Through our new media empire, we have a reach to millions. Become an affiliate. Make money doing it the easy way. Create your free account today by visiting EZWayWallOfFame.com. Accelerate your influence through direct access to the right influencers. We have many TV shows that our members can be interviewed by. We have our own magazine and radio station to promote our EZWAY Wall of Fame members' profiles, which they control. The more friends you get, the bigger your business will grow. Join the EZWAY Wall of Fame community for free today.
Yes, indeed. The EZWAY Wall of Fame, guys. And
I was going to say the commercial jumped in early here. But you got
jumped in a little bit. That's okay. We keep rolling, and don't forget.
Absolutely. You got a few minutes for your hot topic.
No, I'm going to knock out a couple of things, Reatha. I was mentioning a retired veteran down in Texas opened up his bill along with many other people. They opened up their electric bills with amounts due of $15,000 to $20,000. What it was is there was a major, we all know the major winter storm left 2.5 million without power, 18 billion in damages. That's a lot of damage. You're talking about these hurricanes that hit areas had that much. 69 deaths due to the severe cold, and they woke up to severe water shortages. And the accidents were amazing. I don't know, Reese, you heard about that one? 100-car pileup, 30 injured. So that winter storm was bad.
Wow.
And then the East Coast got hit pretty bad, over 3 feet of snow in many areas. Jasmine Harris is trying to keep up with Reatha because she's trying to outdo her because Jasmine, 21 years old, has become the youngest female to row solo across the Atlantic Ocean after a 3,000-mile ride. And she ate 40 kilograms of chocolate. That's pretty much Reatha's diet. So anyway, how about that, rowing across the ocean by herself? So, I've got to cut it short. I got a lot more stuff going on, but we'll cover a lot of that a little bit later. And we have a very interesting guest, Jason Spann. Because of popular request, Jason has been on. He's an entrepreneur. He's a host of the EZWAY TV network for expansion and entertainer, and he just has so much stuff going on that people want to hear about him. He's how do you do your entrepreneurship? How do you do your channels and so on and so forth? He's an inspiration. Jason Spann, you on with us, Jason?
Hey, how you doing this morning, Mr. Zuley?
There he is. And you remember Reatha? Reatha Gray.
Good morning, Ms. Reatha.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
morning, Jason.
So the Jason
How are you this morning?
Spann, because of popularity and request, where's Jason at? So here he is. And Jason, you are an entrepreneur. You're a host on your expansion show and entertainer. What is it? How come Jason Spann is not an accountant or a doctor or whatever the paths you could have taken? What brought you into being an entrepreneur and going out on your own like this and becoming successful and your network that you have, your entertainer? What brought you down that road?
I'd have to say the number one ingredient is being raised in a family of faith, faith has always been a big part of my makeup. And when that's the case, you know, you take each opportunity that you come across and you pray about it and you try and get a feel for what's the best direction to take in terms of fulfilling your overall goal. And that's what I've tried to do. And I guess to some degree, it's worked out.
To some degree, yeah. I give you a lot of credit. And, you have your own show, Expansion, and we've talked about that. I want you to go over a little bit of, because some of the folks may not have caught you the first time you were on with us. Of all the topics and subjects, what about books? I mean, people are probably waiting for you to write something. Are you you got that on the table?
I've been approached about that, but the thing about that is it's, to me, when you sit down and write your memoirs, that should come at a point where you're close to not really being active anymore, because if you're still active, you have to accept the fact that you still have a lot to learn. So what you're saying is it's time for Reatha to write a book. When you come to the end of your trail.
I'm not quite at the end.
Right. It doesn't have to necessarily be the end of the trail. I guess to put it humbly, I'm just not at a point where I think that I have enough to put in a book.
Okay, we got you. Yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
Tell us about the Expansion show. What's that about, Jason?
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. It's something that Eric Zuley and I have been, talking about and collabing on for a long time. And he's always been honest with me, and I've always been honest with him. And the planning for it, the pre-production, it's gotten to the point where we're ready to launch on the 27th of next month. And I can't wait to hit the EZWAY network, which, of course, is massive. And we're ready to go. We're going to help people promote themselves in a major way, and we're going to do it for businesses and artists that are trying to establish themselves.
Oh, so cool. Now, the business, the artists that are trying to establish themselves, it's a little bit different establishing today than it was maybe a couple of years ago. You've probably noticed that.
Or even a year ago, yeah. With the whole transformation from brick and mortar to broadcast, we have to understand now, and I mean, things were tilting this way before the pandemic. This was just an extra huge shove in the direction of broadcasting. You have to have a digital presence, and you have to be viable online. You have to be able to market yourself and distribute online.
Oh, totally.
Absolutely, and you're going to be helping people figure out how to exactly do that. I have friends that are entrepreneurs, and they are finally saying, I have no choice. I have to get on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
You have to, because the way foot traffic is being affected by all this, the only way to stay viable is to make up that slack online. And being able to put your vision on major platforms, it's a major advantage. And that's what I help people do via the EZWAY network.
Now, so on your show, what are some of the tips you can give people that they're looking to find a topic? So you think people should do a show with a topic they're familiar with? They should have knowledge and so on. What kind of tips would you tell them as far as getting started would be?
The tips that I would suggest, the things that have come in handy with me, is first of all, you know what I'm saying, introspection, look at the situation and make sure that the show that you want to provide, it has an audience, that it's marketable. And you might not just want to trust your own instinct with that. You want to seek wise counsel. Ask people that you feel would know. And if they tell you that it's something that should be pursued and you feel it's something that it should be pursued, well, then there are definitely steps that you have to take. You need to make sure the technical end is taken care of, and you need to make sure that you're going to be able to supply what you say your show supplies. I help people promote themselves, and being able to say that I'm going to put you on the EZWAY network, it's a major advantage, because being able to tell people, just go check out the EZWAY. And once they do that, you know what I'm saying, my situation is sold. So it's something that I love doing, and I can't wait to provide this function for people.
Yeah.
Well, you're already an entrepreneur. What are you doing now prior to your show to help people or to counsel people?
Oh, well, professionally, I've done taxes, I've done real estate, and I'm also a singer. And I also have a couple of T-shirt lines.
See,
so
that's what I was talking about. You got so many bases covered here. So I wanted to get into the entertainment part of it. Now, in the entertainment, that's been a big change now with the with the shutdowns and everything. What tell us about your involvement with entertainment, and in this field, Reatha knows, a lot of people know there's stumbling blocks. What do? You just have to keep moving forward when something works, something doesn't work, right?
Most definitely. In any endeavor, there are going to be stumbling blocks, and to the degree that you're going to overcome them, it's directly related to how much you believe in what you're trying to do. So faith. It's about faith. There's going to be stumbling blocks. I mean, anybody that gets into any endeavor expecting it to go perfectly, if them succeeding is dependent upon that, they're probably not going to succeed. You have to be ready to overcome the obstacles.
A lot of people are overnight success after 20 years. And that's the part.
And that's the way it goes.
Realize.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly right, ma'am. I mean, you have people that, you have actors that may not touch a major role until they're in their 50s, but they've been acting for 30 years. And then remember Dennis Franz from New York Undercover?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, NYPD Blue, rather. My bad. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he became a major star in his 40s.
Yeah. You don't know what's going to come around. All right. So in your experiences in acting, do you have any particulars that came out that stand out, like a blooper or something that you didn't expect and you had to improvise, anything like that?
I mean, when it comes to doing live entertainment, there are always situations that arise that you're going to handle with your personality. It's the way you would handle the same type of situation in your private life. It's just magnified times 100 because you're in front of an audience. So I've had several, including on a couple of EZWAY events. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going to arrive in this technical time and age, and you have to be light on your feet, so to speak, mentally.
Yeah, to improvise. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what other kinds of we get questions, what has Jason Spann done as far as entertainment? I mean, shows, or what are some of the things you've done that you enjoy, or do you have some what do they call them? Certain roles that you'd like to do someday, or people you'd like to work with. Is there anything in particular?
Most of the work that I've done is behind the scenes, particularly like as a singer. I did some background work for Tevin Campbell and a few other artists. And actually, when we were talking about becoming an overnight success after 20 years, I have a nice library of music that I've managed. I find a nice situation in the studio here or there, and I'll lay down some material. So I have a nice library of stuff that I'm getting ready to start releasing soon myself.
Oh, so cool. What's your specialty in music?
I guess if you were to categorize it or put it in a genre, it's R&B.
R&B. Well, we got some background in that. You remember some of the old footage of the WTV and all that. Some good memories there.
Definitely.
So what do you see?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, what do you see coming up? Like what is it that you'd like to do? Like as far as entertainment and per se, what are some of the avenues you'd still like to go down? Is it have you ever tried Broadway, or you want to continue on in the music? Which road do you think would be the most, say profitable, or would you just go down the one that you enjoy the most?
I write as well. As a matter of fact, I've penned a script, and we were speaking earlier about the prospects of a book. It's a work of fiction, and I've also been approached about converting it into a book. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. But yes, I love to write.
And now there's something. Now there's a little bit of a different twist. Now, so if it's working behind the scenes, writing, or what would you prefer coming up? Say in 2021, 2022. Isn't it focus, or do you like the plethora of different avenues? Or do you have one in particular? In other words, do you have a particular goal, something you want to finish up this coming year, as far as maybe writing
definitely.
Or working with or whatever?
Definitely. This year, it's about expansion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Literally and figuratively. The show, I believe that it has a lot of potential. And by the way, any artists or entrepreneurs that are looking for promotion on major platforms, Amazon Fire, Roku, Apple TV, as well as the rest of the EZWAY network, please contact me at the EZWAY Wall of Fame and search Jason Spann, SPANN, and contact me, and let's see what we can make happen. Let's expand your brand.
There you go. Expand your brand.
So you're ready to start it. You're ready to start accepting people for the show and just for help right now today.
Absolutely.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, we have been booking people for a while, but you know what I'm saying? I'm taking this opportunity this morning on your great show to let a whole nother level of audience know. And I'm very excited, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, you
can be found on the EZWAY Wall of Fame under Jason Spann, SPANN, and you're ready to go if they're ready to go.
Jason's ready to rock and roll.
We will expand your brand.
We don't want to keep pestering you, but we like having you back because we get requests. Where's Jason? What's he doing? And here we got him back, guys. So
and we need
we'll have you back on again
before your show premieres next month. It's always great talking to you and having you on the show. And we
I appreciate it so much, Ms. Reatha. I appreciate it so much, Ms. Reatha. Thank you, Mr. Zuley.
And we'll be knocking on your door again to see what's up in the expansion and everything else going on with Jason Spann. Thank you for coming on, Jason.
Hey, anytime you need me, I'm here.
All right. Well, thank you. And we'll have a commercial, and then we'll move on to Carmelita's Corner.
Carmelita's Corner. All righty.
The Brain Tap is a unique headset that combines light and sound frequencies with guided meditations. Dr. Patrick Porter, inventor of Brain Tap and member of our faculty, has created 20 to 30-minute course reviews for many of our courses. Before starting a course or at any point before taking the exam, you can put on your Brain Tap, close your eyes, and begin your course review. Brain tapping guides your mind from an awake, reactionary mind into an intuitive, creative state, then to a place where super learning and healing can occur, with the outcome being a heightened state of consciousness with crystal clear focus. Relax with scientifically proven techniques that create a symphony of brainwave activities, a feeling of calm focus that's just right for learning and productivity. Each session is designed with brainwave balance in mind. Some audio sessions have dual voice processing, which means you may hear two voices speaking at the same time. This technique is used for inspiring left and right brain balance.
Yes, indeed. And with that, I think we're going to be moving into Carmelita's Corner. Brain tap. Okay, there we go.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Well, hello there, Radio Land. Here we are again, and I am feeling grand. I've got a wonderful guest coming your way today. His name is Mike Majik Boyd, and he has quite a legacy that he's built. I'm not sure if he already has a book, but if he doesn't already have one, he should. He has been worthy to have received his own day, the Michael Majik Boyd Day in Mississippi. That's quite something, quite an achievement. And the reason why is because he has achieved so much. Besides being an award-recognized performer, most notably as a tribute artist to Sam Cooke, and so many people loved Sam Cooke when he was performing in the Legend Show in Las Vegas, he has also built a reputation as a leader in the baseball world, and we're going to ask him a little bit about that too. But before I go on and on and on, let me just welcome Mike Majik Boyd. How are you today?
Hi, Carmelita. How are you doing today, darling?
I'm blessed, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed.
That is. We'll call that the American way.
Okay. Yeah, you know, we have so much to talk about. When you and I get on the phone, my God, the time just goes because you have so much to say. Can you give us a little taste of some of your background? I've mentioned that you are a Sam Cooke tribute artist, and we have a friend who's a big Sam Cooke fan. I hope he's listening, Richard Darrell Nichols, who is a wonderful friend, celebrity photographer. We had him on as a guest not too long ago. So, Mike, would you do us the honor and give us a little taste of Sam Cooke this morning?
Oh, yeah, in the morning time. Yeah, that's it. Okay. How about, it's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. Now I go to the movie and I go downtown. Oh, someone always telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you really did channel Sam Cooke. Definitely. And we've got to hold on to that. In fact, I'd like to claim that the change is already here. Because goodness knows, 400 years is a long time to be waiting for a change to come along. But we have to grab the moment and make the best of each day. And people need to be aware of how blessed we are. And, even in spite of all of the hiccups or the warts, it's wonderful to be an American. And,
yes,
and, we are so blessed. I've been over to Europe and overseas, China, and I have to tell you, when I came back, I wanted to kiss the ground. I mean, even in Europe. Europe is a beautiful country, but I was still glad to be back home. But, you have been through so much in your background. You told me at one time there was somebody in your family, I believe, that was a member of the freedom fighters during the civil rights, the beginning of the civil rights era. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, growing up in Mississippi, the people who I knew personally were Cheney, Goodman, and Swarner, the three civil rights workers that were killed in Meridian, Mississippi in the early 60s. My uncle, Frank Boyd, was the fourth civil rights worker that got left out of all the press because he wasn't killed in that situation. He was supposed to go to a meeting that Cheney and Goodman and those guys were going to, but God works in mysterious ways. And when it is not your time, you don't have to worry about anything when it's not your time. And my daddy told him to go to the store to pick up some parts for the truck when Cheney and Goodman came by. And he was supposed to go to a meeting with him in Philadelphia, Mississippi. And that my daddy telling him to go to the store stopped him from going with him. He wasn't home. And that was the night they were killed. And so they were lynched in Philadelphia, Mississippi, and it till this day affects my life like it was yesterday.
Yes, well, that really is amazing. And you say that your uncle Frank was supposed to have been with the three who were murdered,
right?
The freedom fighters,
right? There was supposed to be four of them, but because they got killed, the press dealt with who got killed in the incident. But my uncle was in that from the beginning, and in a true actuality, he had us all into it. And then Mississippi itself, along with just Meridian itself, had us all tied into the fact that, the only future that was ahead of us was basically in a situation of asking what you can do and all this stuff about going through the back door to get your food and water fountains and, not being able to use white water fountains and those things. Those things went so much further and so much deeper than that. It was incredible. Those things were that was the let's say the top layer on the cake. By the time I had grown up by the time I'd grown up in the 60s, I probably knew four men and things that were castrated. There were several lynchings around Mississippi, several shootings around Mississippi, house burnings, bombing of houses, all these things that our American public needs to know about, not just in Meridian, but in this entire country, because our lives still to this day are in jeopardy of racism. And I would have thought that in the times that Dr. King was speaking so eloquently, not only to the black people, but to every race in the country, every race in the world. And we live, and now, what is that, 50 years, I'm just reaching in right now, since 1968 and his assassination, we still live in a cesspool of racism. Our country has shown us that it is not a democracy, it is a hypocrisy. And that we are all living the hypocrisy of democracy. And we will never get any place in this country until the people who feel that human rights are not for everybody, until we get rid of that mentality, until we get rid of that person, we will not be living in a country of fair play. For I have looked at this country and I said, this is the land of beauty. This is what we're told. This is what we're told because the average black person is not living that. That we are living in America the Beautiful. And I'm trying to see what it is that's so beautiful when our children are being shot in the streets, when people won't wear a mask, knowing that them not wearing a mask for this disease is out there, or these diseases, won't wear masks. Want those people to know that your right not to wear a mask means that you are willing to kill me, and that means that you are not an American, that you are a killer. And that's as simple as it is. For if you don't care about other people's lives, then that's what you become when you don't put on these masks. We look in our society, we say it's worse in the black areas, it's worse in the Mexican areas. We got to start asking who's doing this. Who's making sure that these things continue? You spoke of 400 years ago. I can tell you right now that the people walking our streets and our kids being shot in the street is no better. And so we haven't grown as human beings and stuff, and we're not going to grow, and we're not going to grow as human beings until we make a choice. And that choice is to change our mind about the negative ways we feel. And until we change our minds about the negative ways, we are going to continue to live those negative ways. So I'm so glad to be in California, and that it's incredible, because at least you can move out here and live a life of your choice. In the South, still to this day, it's black and white, and it's being seen not as human beings, but as a way for the negative people that are living there to make money off of blacks.
Well, you're so correct that things haven't really changed that much. I think you're saying the hypocrisy of democracy is so relevant because a lot of people are living in an alternative universe. They're not facing reality at all. And as a matter of fact, we have a whole movement, the Q movement, that have their own reality. And unfortunately, a lot of those people were responsible for the riot that occurred on January the 6th. And that was really the most horrific thing that has happened since the time that the British invaded the capital. I believe that was 1812. That has not happened at all until January the 6th, and that was caused by a lie that has moved those people to believe and act as they do. And I'm just praying that everyone wakes up and sees the truth so that this lie can be put behind us, because, they say that Satan is the father of lies. And until the truth is uncovered, the light will continue to be blocked. And so people have to take the blinders off and see the truth.
I agree with that 1,000,000%. And this is why I say that the country is a hypocrite, because, and the biggest hypocrisy I've seen on all of it was the January 6th riot, let's call it, on the Capitol. Now, we had all these protesters with Black Lives Matter and everybody that was in the streets and everything in the middle of COVID and everything, fighting for our rights. Now, we had all these people being treated so badly, people being killed in the marches, everything, people being beat in the marches. Even Donald Trump physically went out and did some bullying himself during the marches. Now, how can we have fair play when, if you look at the Capitol, you saw all the white people that were in there, and I'm calling them the negative white people because they're great white people out there. Some of my best friends and things, I hate to say that, are white, and people I know are white, business and everything else that I know are white. So we're not talking about white people, we're talking about the negative ones that refuse to let racism go. And when they attacked that Capitol, I could not believe that the guards and people were not shooting these people. You were attacking America. That was war. And I'd like to know if those people weren't shot and those people wasn't treated that way, except for the woman that was shot at the window. She was shot, but you attacking the American Capitol. How can you kill the people for burning a little store downtown, and you're not doing that with thousands and thousands of people attacking the American Capitol?
Well, first of all, let me just bring out something that a lot of people may not be aware of. Mm-hmm. The Black Lives Matter protest was because of the systemic racism, the slow genocide of the mostly black men that's been going on for years. It's just been recently uncovered because we now have video cameras to show what's going on. We've heard about it, but now we can see it, and everybody can see it, and that's why there was a worldwide protest, not just here in America, to try to promote justice. But unfortunately, that movement was infiltrated by the Boogaloo Boys, who masqueraded as rioters, but they were part of the white supremacist groups that are trying to get, and then the name Antifa, of course, that's the big boogeyman. That's not even a real group. That's just a association of people who are anti-fascist. Anti-fascism, which was basically more or less the religion of Hitler. We're against fascism, not against people. And so that is a convenient scapegoat. That was used also in this Capitol right on the 6th, but the Antifa people were not even there. But listen, we have so much to talk about and so much to reveal. We have to shed the light so people can see the truth. But it is time basically for us to say goodbye. So I want to tell them about how they can learn more about you. I know you have a website, singboy.com. Is that correct?
Yes, that's SINGBOY.com.
Right, singboy.com. And you also have been promoting, trying to protect people, giving them hints of what they can do about the COVID, and we're now starting to see some improvement already, thank God. But you still have a long ways to go with a record now of 500 million people that have,
yes.
I'm sorry, 500,000, excuse me, that have passed because of this disease, and it didn't have to be that way at all. Over in New Zealand, where they happen to have a woman who's the leader there has only been about 25 people who have died from the beginning, as compared to us here in America. We're number one, all right, but we're number one leading the people who are suffering from this. So now there is a big change. By July, we expect to have everybody who wants to have the vaccine to have it. That is, if you believe in the vaccine. I mean, in my opinion, the jury's still out on that one because there's so much information about that we really need to do. our own due diligence and research. But it seems like there is sunlight now that is starting to happen. The numbers are beginning to go down. So that's good news. We're going to end the show. This has been a very heavy-duty show because it is Black History Month. A lot of people don't know about all of Black history. A lot of it has been hidden from American people. But I'm pleased to have Michael Majik Boyd is my guest today. He's part of Living History of Black History. And I want to thank you for being my guest. And on that note, say goodbye, Mike.
Thank you, love. Thank you for everything and to everybody out there.
All right.
Smartphone, cell phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right. It's tech time. Finally, something to look forward to on Monday morning. I'm Reatha Gray from Betty White's Out There Rockers, and I've teamed up with Easy's dad, Jim Zuley, to rock your world on Baby Boomers Live. That's right, every Monday morning at 10 a.m., we will be discussing all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. So, tune in to EZWayBroadcasting.com on blogtalkradio.com to see what Jim and I are up to. Your Mondays will never be the same. I was talking and I think I was muted. I think I muted myself. Well, to start over again.
What is Reatha?
I'm here. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, what's the opposite of a smartphone? A dumb phone. That's right. There are dumb phones. One might say, why would anyone on earth want a dumb phone? Well, everybody doesn't want all of those features. People that are addicted to apps need to have something to help them have self-control. So they want a dumb phone. Now, what is a dumb phone? A dumb phone, you can make calls and you can send texts, but you can't get onto the Internet. You can't put all those apps on your phone. Some people want that, especially some senior people. All they want to do is call the grandkids. We all love our grandkids. And our grandkids want to send us text, so we want to get text. Well, you can go online and just Google dumb phones. It's funny that you have to go online to find out about them. And they can range anywhere from about $50 to even $400 or $500 for a dumb phone. There are different brands. Some use existing services, so you don't have to have a separate service from it. You can go to AT&T or T-Mobile or any of those, or you can get some phones like you might have seen them in the stores or in the drugstores, where you just get the phone and you go on some random service and all you do is talk and send text. So if you want to make your life simpler, as some people think that it is, you don't have to get an Android. You don't have to get an Apple phone. You can get something called a light phone, which I believe runs in the $350 range. It's a very slim phone. All you do is make calls and send text. You can get a Jitterbug, which is a larger phone. Runs, I think, in the area of about $150. Or you can get other phones that, like I said, run from about $50 all the way up to about $500, and they don't have all the bells and whistles. You can go on the Internet and you can check out which phones do what services. Or, you know what, you can even keep your smartphone and turn the settings off so you don't get the Internet. And you don't even have to buy another phone. You can just make your smartphone dumb. Well, that's my tech time for today. And for those of you who, like I said, don't want to have all the bells and whistles, go out there and get you a dumb flip phone and you just send those calls and texts. Kim, what's your
Okay,
Jim?
baby boomers, it's time for Jim from Jim.
Yes, indeed, guys. It's a lot of stuff going on. Good tips, Reef. You know, there's if you don't keep up with some of this stuff, you could wind up going on your phone and you lose your content, or all kinds of stuff can happen. So it's good to listen to Reefa's Tech Time and get these little behind-the-scene tips and things. So I'm going to, I had a little thing on budget for you guys, and we're talking about how to get ahead on some of the bills. And I told you I have a simple program. You just go spend $1 at the 99-cent store and get a spiral notebook, and you put the month on the top. So you put August. And on the left column, you put what goes out. Or no, the left column, what comes in. Say you got your Social Security, or if you're not that old, you got your main employment or a part-time job or a room rental, whatever it is you have. All that stuff goes on the left, and add things, find ways to make a little bit more income. And then on the right goes your rent, your mortgage, your gas, electric, phone, water, cell phone, credit cards, whatever. You make that list, and then you keep track of it. It's like eases your mind, because you can open up that folder and say, okay, this is what's left this month. This is what I still have coming in. And then below your income, you put what you have in your checking account, your savings account, and all that kind of stuff. And you add these two columns up, and you want to, on the income column, have more than what's in the right column, what goes out. And then you want to start focusing. You make it a game. You make it fun. You start focusing on one particular card and stop charging, and you start getting that card paid off. Then you go to the next card. And if you really focus on that, don't make the minimum pay. Your payment comes in for $30. Never make that payment. It's not going to work. You pay at least double. Find a way of getting that card paid off. And then you keep working your way up. And you start getting excited because you start thinking, hey, this is cool. The list is not so long. It gets shorter and shorter. Then you come up and you start hitting the monthly bills. You hit that gas, electric, cell phone bill that comes in about the same. And then you add to that. Say your gas bill is, say, $100 a month. Well, you pay $150. If you can budget that in, which you could do it if you have to. If that was the bill, you'd find a way of paying it. And then you keep doing that. The months go by fast. All of a sudden you go, wow, I've been doing this for 12 months now. Well, guess what? If you paid half of that bill extra, you're now 6 months ahead on that bill. Sounds cool to say, hey, I'm a year ahead of my bills. Well, you can do that. It's not that hard, because the time goes so fast, and you could find a way of adding to those, the electric bill, gas bill, as long as you don't get it like in Texas to get a $15,000 bill for the month. And you add to that. Before you know it, you're 6, 8, 12 months ahead on those bills. Now, when you get to that point, you could stop and just make the normal bill. But when you wake up in the morning, hey, this feels good. I'm a year ahead on these bills. And it can be done. If somebody sent you a letter saying, hey, your water bill is doubling. If you don't pay it, we shut off your water. Well, it's funny. We find a way of doing it. If you have your purse or your wallet, you lose it, and you had couple $100 in there, well, you find a way of, okay, you eat the lost one. Well, with that, guys, we're going to bring in Eric, and we're going to talk about some stuff and what's going on if we can find him. And we're going to see if we can find Eric. We got the engineers doing the search pages. We got some Texas.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Hi, Eric. Welcome to Radio Boomers Live again. We like bringing you on to get updates with Reatha and I on what's going on the EZWAY Wall of Fame, and your birthday's coming up. Everybody, I remember I can remember a lot of events, but that seems to draw a lot of attraction. We did one in Beverly Hills. There was people coming from all over. Tell us what's going on in the EZWAY world and the EZWAY network and the Wall of Fame and so on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, first and foremost, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So, and engineer, if you want to bring Reatha in, is Reatha there?
I'm here.
All right.
There's
cool.
Reatha.
Well, the first thing that I want to talk about is something that's going to be real fun for the EZWAY family, and the people that have been supporting us and been supporting me personally as Eric Zuley. As you guys know, I do, or if you don't know, you want to get involved, I do a birthday celebration every year. It used to be physical, and I've had up to almost 3,000 to 4,000 people. Some events I've done, I've had some with 100, hundreds, 50, some with 20, some with 5. And virtually,
a little choppy there, Eric.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. It was broken up a little bit.
Maybe I got to talk slow. So basically, we're getting ready to do the virtual version of my birthday celebration, which also, if everything can get done in time, we're planning on launching the EZWAY Hall of Fame application. Right now, a lot of you guys, over 516 users in the Wall of Fame now, which has been getting jobs.
You know what you might try is calling back in because it's like a little choppy. We hear you talking.
Closing some of your apps if you have apps open on your phone.
Okay.
See, we got Reatha with us, and she can clue you in on that stuff.
Only because I always have too many apps open on my phone.
See. Well, you got to close that stuff up, don't you, Reatha?
You really do.
That's something I'm learning. And, Reatha, when you lose stuff, like, let me give you an example. I made a mistake. I made a big mistake.
Okay, is that better?
We got your back, Eric?
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me better?
We got Reatha here.
It's
Dr.
better
Reatha.
now. Keep talking.
Okay, so what I was saying is we have my birthday celebration coming up on March 20th, and we've been getting a lot of my friends that have come in to support. We have Maya McLean, which was on tour with Prince for 10 years, and she does a lot of great stuff. She's an amazing performer, opening for us. We have Viva Doll, who's a #1 Billboard artist and sold millions of her album. She'll be opening with us and actually debuting her new music video, her new song. And then we have Eugenia Kuzminia, who's a Russian supermodel. She was in Bad Moms and multiple other TV appearances, and she's going to be doing a comedy routine. And then we have, we just have so many cool things that are going to be a part of this thing. And then obviously those.
Well, that's a twist, because she's a beautiful lady and a big supermodel and so on and so forth, and she's doing comedy. That's kind of a different twist.
Yeah, and we're hoping that Reatha will come in and join us on some of the comedy, and I know Reatha will be there. She's not going to miss my birthday, but we'll talk, Reatha, on what we can get you to do. And you're definitely a funny person. I was kind of thinking of you and Johnny V from VH1's Scott Bale's 45 and Single, and he's got a Netflix thing happening. Would be a great host.
That'd be a good combination because they're both good improv people.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun, but yeah, so it's just gonna be a real fun
to me.
And you've hosted many of our events. In fact, you hosted my last birthday, I think. Well, not my last birthday, but the one we did with the American Cancer Society.
That's right. Yeah.
And
wow.
so
I've hosted all kinds of wonderful things for you. They all kind of blend together, but yes, I love hosting for EZWAY.
Yeah, and so basically, we're going to have a lot of the EZWAY family. We have over 30-something registrants in like a day, maybe 2 days or so that are already wanting to come. And if anybody wants to come, it's really open to anybody that wants to explore and learn more about the EZWAY family and the network that we're growing. And then obviously the EZWAY family is already a part of our network. You just text invite to the number 59925. Invite to 59925. And so we're going to be debuting a lot of things. We have close to 30-something shows we're going to be kind of showcasing, let people know. It's a 4-hour event from 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And those of you guys that know about the Wall of Fame and the social network that we've created, there's a lot of amazing people on there. And there's a lot of people with testimonial stories and success stories that have gotten success from being on there. And we've booked probably about 30 people on different stages now. And there's agents involved now and investors. And there's just a little bit of everybody. And there's so many podcasters, so many shows. And people are getting interviewed and they're getting more opportunities just by being on there. And it's just so cool seeing all the different people. But, we're very exclusive and we're very picky on who we allow on the Wall of Fame. And I think that's why it's working so well, is because it's an exclusive pick. The other thing is we have an application now which we created for the EZWAY family, for our community, which acts as a coaching extension arm. If you're a coach in any way and you have something that you teach people, this app really helps you to sell your coaching and promote your coaching. It also promotes, obviously, our live broadcasts and our coaching and our services and all of our affiliates and their services, and obviously takes you to the EZWAY Wall of Fame. And you can go to EZWAY Family app on your Apple Store or your Google Play, Android device, and you can download the app for free and check it out. It also has a membership situation where you can get a login to get exclusive access to our premium content that only our members get access to. And then all of our members also promote their services and their stuff as well. They're always doing kind of virtual gift bags and giveaways, and it just stays really fun. And it's just a really good news app to keep you updated on what's going on with EZWAY and the opportunities that are there. And then this show, Radio Boomers Live, is going to be on the app pretty soon, and you'll be able to simply just go to podcasts. I mean, the app pretty much says it all when you go to menu and you click on, I think it's going to be podcasts, and you'll be able to enjoy all the different shows. And we're up to almost, I think we're over 2,000 something shows that have been recorded so far.
That's amazing.
The
apps are you're putting together some pretty interesting apps. I mean, they're not the normal apps. They're so interactive and so technical. They got so much stuff they can do. It's amazing. The app world is amazing. That's where everything's going, isn't it? App stores.
It's all about
what do you
apps.
think?
So we have our TV app.
Yeah.
And we have our EZWAY Family app, which is kind of like the coaching and lead generation app. And then soon we're going to be coming out with the actual main app, which is the Wall of Fame app, which is a social network community. And the users will actually have a dashboard, a back-end portal that gives you access to the business directory we're building, the academy that we're building, the social network that we have, the TV network we have, the radio station, the magazine, the events, like all the things that we do. It'll be so simple for people to get access to it and understand it. And ultimately, we're a major mothership conglomerate of concierge solutions for marketing and branding people and getting them out there, getting them more visibility and developing them.
That's what I was thinking. And you have so much interaction, which I don't see on a lot of other platforms, where people can actually interact and become part of all this. It's that's kind of cutting edge in itself in the virtual world. So give us some dates again. We've got, when would they be tuning into the birthday situation?
Well, it's March 20th. So probably, 12, 13 days from now. And it's at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's going to be on Zoom. And it's going to be a whole full-fledged production, and we have many of my celebrity friends popping in to say happy birthday. And we got Patrick Fawcett from the Haves and the Have-Nots, and Ro Brooks from the Haves and the Have-Nots, and Omar Periu, co-founder with one of the co-founders with LA Fitness, and Sharon Lecter is on the Wall of Fame, and we're hoping that she makes an appearance. Shay Vaughn, Vince Vaughn's mother and owner of the Women on TV network, and all of our EZWAY family members and clients and the community, the network, like this, it's all there. So if anybody does want to get more information and they want to maybe get involved, you can, one, go to EZWAYFam.com. That's our main group on Facebook that we kind of keep everything updated. And two, you can text invite to the number 55678, and you'll get all the information. I have my show coming up too on Tuesday. I'm doing a special EZWAY Family app celebration show which, Reatha, I hope that you can join us, Dad. You know, I mean, we're going to celebrate this amazing app, and we're just going to bring a lot of people on to kind of give testimonials of what they think and the reviews and stuff. And we have Keith Mitchell, which is a former NFL Super Bowl star, and now he's a healing wellness specialist. And then Johnny V from VH1's, you know, Scott Baio's 45 and Single. He's got a Netflix thing coming out, and, you know, he'll be hosting with me. And
that's the 20th, March 20th.
No, that's my show I'm talking about. We're going to talk about March 20th. So this Tuesday, tomorrow actually. Tomorrow is the broadcast. If you have the app that I'm talking about, you can watch it. The only thing is you can't interact with it. If you want to interact, you have to go on Facebook and YouTube for now. We're working on making it to where you can interact with the app. But you can watch the show and enjoy it live right there on the app.
What time is that going to be?
Tomorrow, every Tuesday I do a show at 4 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And the show's a lot of fun. It's called Easy Talk Live. We have experts on, and we also have a piece where we give them the stage. It's called The Stage Is Yours. And then we leave, and they give you golden nuggets and advice and great stories, and it's just they speak. And then there's a third segment where the fans get their chance to interact with that star, with that expert, to learn and ask questions and grow. And it's on our Roku TV and Amazon Fire and our app. As well as if you have an Apple device, all of our TV stuff you can just search EZWAY Network and download the TV app, or go on Roku or Amazon Fire and Apple TV. And we always are trying our best to keep up with the content every day, but it's a lot of content, a lot of work, so we apologize if sometimes you might be looking for content it's not there. We're trying to get more staff in so we can keep up everything, but
so to keep up, and is that the wheel? Is the wheel going to be rolling on that tomorrow from our show?
Yeah, we always do the Wheel of Opportunity, and you can tell them about that, Dad.
Yeah, we do the Wheel of Opportunity. That's when Mr. Zuley, Eric's dad, I don't know if he's going to, I think he's going to be there. I haven't talked to him in a while. But he's going to be, okay, I'll be spinning that wheel, and I try to stay out of the picture. But we spin the wheel, and there's all kinds of stuff on there. You get a spot in a magazine or a commercial or a spot on the show. There's like 15 different things on there. And then we pick one of the people that are listening, and they maybe one or two. And that's some pretty beneficial stuff on there. So, shoot, I had a question.
Well, I want to know, because I'm the tech person, and I'm always still the one who cannot figure out how do I listen to easy shows. So if I want to listen on and watch on Facebook, where do I go?
Easy Talk Live. You just search Easy Talk Live. Easy space talk space live. And it's a page, and the show is always on that page. So you want to like and subscribe to that page. There's also a group if you want to be a part of the community. And then obviously EasyTalk.live is the website. So if you want to just go to everything as far as Easy Talk Live is concerned, it's EasyTalk.live.
EasyTalk.live.
As always, the easiest thing is just text EZWAY to 55678, because you'll get updates on everything EZWAY. You'll know everything that you need to know if you text EZWAY to 55678.
All right, that's a general one. All right, so well, the show's gonna be fun tomorrow, 4 p.m. And
you know what's funny, guys, is my brand is EZWAY, but I'm like the most complicated person in the world. I know. Like I always say like 5 different things when you try to look at. We just have so many different ways of going to things, and I just want to make sure everybody knows. But I'm trying to make it a little easier on you, but my brain is more complicated, so I apologize.
I remember
you're very complicated, Eric. Very complicated.
I bet you.
And I've seen some pictures of you, and some recent pictures of you for some of your publicity stuff, and you're looking great, Eric.
For what he goes through.
You're like fine wine. You're aging and aging well.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
We looked at some of the WTV stuff, and that was like 10 years ago, and he's pretty much the same. It's amazing. I think, Reatha, what it is I'm doing the aging, and it's being poured out through me. But No, it is amazing. But when we came out here, well, it was a couple of years ago, we said, let's simplify all this. It was just growing in so many directions. And here we are, nice and simplified now. I think there's more than there was. But he's putting it together with the app and everything, which makes it simpler for people to follow everything, which is good. And
the app is really going to be an amazing solution, we believe. But ultimately, when we build this community app, which is going to be releasing kind of like LinkedIn and Facebook, but it has so many amazing, it's just going to be the most amazing tool. But what we really want to do is help people network themselves to success. When we first started What You Need TV, the motto was what you need to know to succeed your goals. We started out in 2005 wanting to help people. We're now in 2021 wanting to help people. Nothing's ever changed, and we've just accumulated a lot more people along the way, and affiliates and celebrities and companies and just a bigger network to be able to help people. And our objective and motto has always been uniting the light and finding God's chosen elites to be a part of the network and just keep growing the community. And we are trying our hardest to build these platforms to make it real simple for people to be able to do that. And luckily, we've gotten up to about 120 affiliates now of people that want to come on board. And we're going to provide some great content, some great stuff, some great events, some great opportunity for all of you guys to network your way to success the easy way.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And it's all being channeled online now. And everybody had to, if they weren't interested, they're getting interested, and they're finding out that this is the way to go, because it's sink or swim now.
Well, I'll tell you, if you've never had an EZWAY experience on Zoom with us, if you've never been to any of our webinars, if you've never been to any of our podcast parties, if you've never been to any of our virtual events, you're missing out on the most awesome, wholesome family type of experience ever. And anybody that has been or is part of our community will tell you it really is like a family. And I'm scheduled to speak on almost 30-something stages, and every time I go on someone else's stage, we're slowly bringing in more community, more list. And the bottom line is, what is it that everybody needs? They need a list. They need to generate new leads. They need to meet new people. They need new business possibilities and opportunities. And we're just updating our list every day. I mean, I can give you, for instance, we're just on an amazing stage called the Creative Collaboration Summit by Amy Thompson and a gentleman named Brian. And it was the most incredible experience of my life, watching people literally network and chat on a chat and literally give each other's information. And they broke you out into rooms to be able to network. It's like speed networking on Zoom, and it's really clever what they designed. And, you know, I'm proud to be on the board and support them. And we're helping this vision. We help visions grow. People that I can probably name literally grow their vision. We have a lady named Tina Ramsey, who has a EBL community, Epic Business Leaders community, and she has a show. And I helped her get almost $10,000 within 2 months just by showing
Tina's
her some stuff.
Yeah, Tina's great.
You know, then we have celebrities, same thing. You know, so I mean, we're not even trying anymore. The family, the community. If I don't know something, somebody else in our community does.
Somebody knows.
And that's why we've decided to build an academy of coaches, an academy of experts and leaders. And it'll all be accessible on the app here pretty soon. And these courses, you know, are going to be unbelievably amazing education for people that really need it right now. I mean, Reatha and her tech time, I'm sure she'll do some great tech time coaching. And all these people you see on the Wall of Fame, they all want to help. We're just providing a vehicle to do it. All you guys got to do is listen and follow up.
Yeah. I remember when you were speaking one time when they introduced you on stage, you could just hear the room. Everybody's rummaging around, finding their pencil and the paper. The purses were opening up. They're pulling out the notebooks. Everybody wanted to get the stuff, get the info on what's going on. And just like, you know, what Reatha does her tech time, people take notes because they get stuck here or there, or something doesn't get downloaded, or the phone doesn't work right. Everybody's channeled into this new way of doing things, like with me with the iPhone. It's like, now I'm an iPhone person. So
I don't know what we're going to do about you, though, Jim. I really don't.
Slowly
Luckily,
coming
you have
out
a
of the box.
genius son that can help you out.
Yeah. If I get to him, he's busy.
Speaking of fathers and mothers, I wanted to also let everybody know, because I know she's probably listening right now, we have a new channel we're getting ready to develop and work with called Busy Moms TV. We're also working on a father's channel. I'm going to work with my dad. He doesn't even know about this yet, but we're gonna have a channel for all the different markets, all the different things. We're gonna have an entertainment channel, about Busy Moms channel. We have a new women's channel we're getting ready to release. We have Champion TV, which is a speakers and sports kind of event channel. We have JD3 TV releasing on March 1st. We have Dust U TV. We have JLS TV. We have Billionaires Elite TV. I mean, there's so many networks that we're getting ready to work with and launch, and it's exciting. You can go to EZWayNetwork.tv if you want to kind of see a preview of what we're building. But yeah, there's so many amazing opportunities that people will be able to watch educational content and then go to the app and interact with educational content, go to the Wall of Fame and connect with educational content. Our goal is to take all that and put it into one simple place, and that's millions of dollars. It's very not easy to do it, but we're working on it.
A lot of work. Well, I'll tell you what. I've seen Eric. He's up at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I'll see him at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'll say it's been 15, 16 hours.
I got to hop. I have a meeting I got to go to. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love you, Dad, and thanks, Reatha. I'll see you on my birthday. I'll see all the EZWAY family, all the Radio Boomers Live people. Talk to you guys soon.
All right, Eric. Thanks for coming on. And
bye-bye.
Thanks, Eric.
So Reatha, so much going on. It's very interesting. And I was saying, I just popped stuff in the phone. I said, oh, okay, I'll get this number. But I went to, it wasn't contact list. I went to reminders. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll just put it. Well, I kept doing that, and I wound up with just tons of numbers in there and under the reminder thing. Well, evidently, it doesn't last that long because all of a sudden I looked and it was empty. Jeez. So you gotta put them in contacts, Reed. How long do they last?
The contacts will last forever until you do something to it. Now you can delete it, but the reminder. Well, once you put a date in there to be reminded, it's gone.
Well, on this one.
So if you put something in for June 22nd and it's June 25th, that reminder can easily disappear.
These numbers were on there 2 years, and I had so many, and I all of a sudden they're gone. But somebody said there's a way that you might be able to change that. I maybe get it back or whatever. But don't
put your numbers in reminders. Don't put them there.
No, another one is you can't leave a text on too long either when you're doing a text. That's not a good idea if you're writing somebody a note. It's better to do an email than text because that text can disappear if you don't stay on top of it, right?
Right. I think it only holds something. Well, I think iPhones at least only hold something like 160 texts, so they can disappear. And it depends on the settings on your phone, how much space you have on your phone. There are a lot of different variables that decide when you lose.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that's frustrating when you're right along and it disappears. But we want to thank everybody for jumping on Radio Boomers Live and with Reatha and I, and we'll be back next Monday morning. And don't forget tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eric's show. And I'll tell you what, this is exciting. I mean, what's going on?
The big birthday bash next month, March 20th.
Yeah, that'll be that's fun. We've been to these shows and now it's virtual, but that's kind of fun too. People are doing it from their homes and they don't have to drive out somewhere. And you kind of get a kick out of that, don't you, Reatha? If you have a audition or something,
spoiled.
You can do it from.
I'm spoiled. I'm starting to enjoy this virtual stuff. At first, I missed the people, but it's so much virtual stuff. I see probably as many people as I normally would. I do. We don't have the red carpets like we used to. We don't have the gifting suites. or the gift bags. But we still get to at least talk to one another. Can you imagine having a pandemic and being quarantined like in 1918 when none of this stuff existed?
Yeah, wow.
It would be horrible, just horrible. So, and at least we can keep up with the news of what's going on. We can see our grandkids. We can see our kids, all of our relatives. Exactly. I have a friend who has, her family has started a whole book club, a whole housewarming. They get together for lots of different activities. And not only do the relatives that live close by get to come, but the ones that live all over the world can come via Zoom or whatever platform they're using, Facebook, whatever.
Yeah. You just got to remember that person you're talking to, and if it's 10 o'clock in the morning your time, or say it's 8 o'clock at night your time, it could be 3 in the morning their time. That kind of stuff. But
even my relatives back east, they're at noon and they're calling me, and it's like it's 9 o'clock. Don't call me until.
Yeah. And another positive thing about all this stuff is look at all the things you're getting done around your place. Going through those, straightening things out, sorting, all that kind of stuff. You get to do all that.
Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Yeah,
have you fixed that? I can't remember if it's a drawer or a cabinet, but have you fixed it?
Oh, my God. All right, there's a cabinet door in the kitchen. I took it off, sanded part of it. And, I'm moving along. It's been about 5 months, but I put the door back up so there'd be something there, and I put one screw. And a couple days later, I put the other screw because calls kept coming in. That's my excuse. So I'm going to take them off, and the way I'm going to do it is sections. I'm going to do 1 or 2 at a time, and then I'll report in on you maybe by my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, God. Procrastination is one of my problems. But with that, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to Radio Boomers Live with Reatha Gray and myself, Jim Zuley, and Monday mornings we are here for you guys. A lot of tech time stuff and a lot of news and all kinds of stuff for you. And interesting guests with Carmelita's Corner. She got everybody coming on. So, till next Monday morning, Reatha, we're going to be signing out here.
Have a great week. Stay safe, stay warm, and have a great week.
Have a great week. Keep moving, keep the faith. Radio Boomers Live is out.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and EZ's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the EZWAY Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.